I'm going to show you how to do contour cutting on a normal plotter. The only difference between this plotter is I've just added a laser, and this laser was just one of my lasers I had laying around. So the thing you're going to have to do is to take the laser point and the blade. You have to take measures between that. So I'm going to show you now how to do that. Okay, I'm using the V-Vinyl Cut software that I bought the plotter with. So you'll have to go to File, Print, and you'll see there's Print Registration Mark. You click that, press OK, and then it will print out a page for you. Okay, we've printed out a page with the registration marks 1, 2 and 3 at the bottom. So now we're going to insert it into the machine to align the laser with the registration mark. Okay, as you can see, I'm using number 2, the dot in the corner, because the number 1 is too small. The blade is going to be on the left side of the paper, so you won't be able to take measures. So I'm just moving it up to number 2. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the laser on and directly onto that dot. So after that you press, there's an origin button on the plotter itself. I'm going to show you quickly. Origin, you press that to bring the blade down onto the paper. So you're going to press the button on origin, bring the blade down to puncture the cardboard paper that I've attached to the printed paper. So I lift it up, there will be a hole. Okay, as you can see, where the hole punched through the paper, I just marked it with a pen to make a visible mark. So what you're going to do is now I have to take a line and draw from number 2 to the punched hole. Okay, as you can see here, I've drawn a line from the laser to the cutting point, and then from the cutting point I drew a square basically all around. So that is how you're going to get the correct measures between the laser and the cutting blade. So as you can see, I'm just going to turn this around quickly. The bottom part from that point till here is going to be the Y setting, and from bottom here to the top of this corner is going to be your X setting that you'll have to adjust on the software. So I'm going to take the measures quickly and just write it down. Okay, so I took the measures. So the bottom from that point till that point is 25 millimeters, and from that point till that point in the corner it's 46 millimeters. So now you know your Y and X measurements from the laser to the cutting blade. Okay, so next step is you go to the cutter, and there will be a window coming up that says cut settings. So what we're going to do is we're going to go to print and cut, and there's another window that opens. Sorry. Then we're going to go to calibrate laser, and here you'll see you can edit the values. So here you can see from left to right is either Y, and from, like I say, back to front it's going to be the X setting. As they show here, the laser is in the front, so from the laser to the left to right is going to be Y, and from back to front is going to be X. And that measurement you can just put into, just going to change this to millimeters. This is my settings, so it's 46 by 25 millimeters, and you just save that settings and we'll keep it there. If that is done, we're going to go to the next stage. Okay, so the next stage is we're going to go to effects, and under effects there will be shadow layer contour cutting. Okay, I just need to highlight this first. Okay, select the image, go to effects, shadow layer, contour cutting, and this will give you a dialog box. So I'm just going to change this to a color that you can see what's going on. So there you can see the contour line that's around the image, but we're going to make this to a rounded shadow, and we can change this bar for how big you want your contour to cut. But with this one I'm just going to do a sample. I'm just going to use it. I'm just going to use that size. Before you change anything, just go back to the color and change it to white. So if you do print it out, it doesn't print the contour line, but it's going to do the contour cutting. I will show you now what to do after this. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to close the box, and then we're going to do file, save the project as. I'm just going to put it at the desktop and just press, so let's add a 1, and I'm going to press save, so we know that is stored up. Okay, so for the next part on this, you're going to use the, okay, just press on the image. Before that, you must remember just to drag everything and group the image, because the back layer is going to move around. Oh, sorry man. Just drag everything, and I'm just going to check what's going on here quickly. It should be grouping this. Okay, so what happened here is before when I saved it, I didn't group the contour with the image, so I lost it. So we'll just have to go and do the contour again. I'll just show you that quickly. Okay, so I just did the contour again quickly. I'm just going to change it back to white and then press OK. Now what you have to do is select everything and right click and group the image. So now I'm going to save this as well as the same one. Save, replace, yes. Okay, so I'm going to show you the next step after this. Okay guys, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to print this on sticker paper. So what we're going to do is we're going to go to file, print. I'm just going to change the printer properties to, okay, and remember to tick off print registration marks. So now I'm going to print this out quickly. Okay, so I've printed out the image on the paper with the registration mark 1, 2 and 3 at the bottom. Okay, so this is sticker paper. I usually buy this in a 610 width by 50 meter roll. It's very good quality stickers, and I'll show you on another video how to do the laminating of this to make this waterproof and a glossy finish to your stickers. But like I said, I'll post another video. Because you guys just need to like and subscribe to the videos that's coming up. Okay, so next what we're going to do, I'm not going to do the laminating now. I'm just going to show you how the plotter is going to do the cutting. So we're going to do next is, okay, as you've seen, if I go over the image, on the background you'll see the contour. That's why I changed it to white. So if you print it out, it doesn't come onto the print itself, but it's still in the background of the image. So what we're going to do now is we're going to press onto the image, and we're going to first ungroup it, click on the image again, and delete it. And there's your back contour cut of the image. So that's why you have to save it as is with the image. So you do have it. So if you do want to print it again, you can. And now I have to save this as well. So I can play around between the print image and the contour. So I'm just going to save project and just change that to say contour. Okay, so now I know that is the contour of that image. So save it. Okay, so what we're going to do now next, I'm going to show you. Okay, so we are going to go to cut here again, and we're going to go to print and cut. So you've already calibrated the laser if you took your measures and you entered it into X and Y. So now we're not going to print because we already printed out, so we're just going to go to the next step. Press next. The plotter is going to run to a certain point on the machine, and you have to align your number 1 on there. So we're going to do that quickly. It's going to be an up and down story for the number 1, 2 and 3. Okay guys, as you can see, I've added the carton on the top of the sticker paper as well, so the rollers can have something to roll on, because of the image is going to roll out of the rollers, you're going to lose, or it's not going to cut, so then you're going to lose that that image. So you have to do everything all over again. So what I'm going to do now is, on the setting of the machine, it's looking for number 1, so I'm just going to go to the plotter itself and change it to laser. So now I can move the laser where I want to. So I'm going to put the laser on quickly. I'm going to move it to number 1. Okay, and now we're going to move the paper a little bit forward, and we are basically on top of that on the corner spot. So now what we're going to do is we're going to go back to the PC. Okay, we're back at the PC. So we marked our number 1 to the first laser point. So now we're going to go to next, and it's going to move to number 2. As you can see, number 2 on the laser is way off. So how we can adjust it, we can release the wheel that's pressing on there and move the paper closer to the center point. So I'm just going to do that quickly. Okay, so I've changed that, so the laser is a little bit to the left of the corner dot. We won't pick it up like this, so I'm just going to move it a little bit onto the, okay, we've got it now. So now we're going to go back to the PC and press next again. Okay, so now we're back and we're going to press next. So it's going to go to number 3 of the registration mark. Okay, so the laser is a little bit off to the right and a little bit in front of it. So I'm going to move the laser onto that corner spot. Okay, now we're spot on. So now we're going to go and press cut on the PC. Okay, so the last step is going to show you to press cut. So we're going to do press cut, and it's going to start doing your contour cutting on your image. So let's go have a look. Okay, as you can see, it's doing the contour cutting, but I forgot to change the pressure of the blade, because I usually do this with the laminate, so it's cutting much harder than it should have. So that's why it's almost like it's cutting straight through the paper. But this is just to give you an idea that it does work, as you can see. And we are basically done. I'm just going to show you when we peel it off. Okay, as you can see, the plotter actually had too much pressure on this stuff. That's why I cut it out like this. But you have to remember, do your planning before, your pressure. Just adjust that according to your thickness of your printing paper, and if you're going to do laminating as well. So you have to do beforehand, check your pressures, because that's very important. But like I see, everything is cut out according to the contour cut. So it's basically, you can just peel it off and stick it on. Okay guys, as you can see, that's the finished product. So that contour cutting does work. So hopefully it helps you guys. Yeah, please subscribe and like, and if you do have any questions, just let me know and I'll try to help you on my side. Thank you very much, man.